Oh, hello, Mika and VJ. Mm. Oh, thank you, Mika. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. And thank you, VJ. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it is Father's Day. Now, tell me, guys, if the sound okay and is it crisp, doing good, everything okay, resolution and all that. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. Give me a word if everything is okay, if you can hear me okay and all that. Oh, good. Okay. And I hope you guys have had a chance to check me out on Instagram. I have started a new campaign on Instagram which put about 1 minute, 59 seconds videos every other day or so, or every day. We have 3 for now, and we have inspirational posts almost every day for the past month. And it's populating pretty rapidly, and apparently the short videos are interesting. And so I recommend, if you guys haven't yet, do join me on Instagram, Mind Seeks, and I have the links here. I wonder why the links didn't come in. Only part of it came in. Let me let me try again. Maybe it was too much. So there it is. Let's try it now. Oops. Yeah, I guess I'm messing it up. That's why it's not coming through. Let me clean this up. All right. I gotta cut this out from here and fix it over here. One moment, guys. Just fixing this up. Okay, almost there, almost there. Okay, done. There we go. All right, sorry for the delay, guys. I just wanted to let you guys have my links here. Still not going. Okay, whatever. Figure it out. It's all just YouTube going. I guess what I can do is just send it in one by one. In other words, this can delete, and this can delete. There we go. We have it. That's my Instagram. Is it? No. Gee, I'm getting really. Just give me 1 second, guys. I gotta fix this. Oh, because my Instagram is not here at all. That's why. All right, I think this is it. So there we go. That's my Instagram. Sorry about the delay, guys. Still gotta get a hang of this. So we have Mondo says 56 male, Sacramento, California, since 1997. Oh, I see, because there's a follow-up. Says originally from Honolulu, Hawaii. Oh, the sacred land. The one of the most favorite places in the world to me. I was just in Maui just almost a month ago. Spent there 3 weeks, a little bit over 3 weeks. And it's an amazing place. VJ says sound is okay, okay, good. And Mika says great resolution. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Because I'm gonna change my carrier to a cable company, which then I may be able to, if it's strong enough signal, I may be able to have live talks on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, which would help us to grow. Nociel or Nocihle. I'm having a little challenge. I hope I'm not butchering the name. Says, hello Mehran, the sound is good. Happy Father's Day. Thank you very much, dear. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. Majid says, Salam alaikum Mehran. Salam Majid. Hello, dear. Good to see you. And Sandy says, hello Mehran. How are you? Thank you, Sandy. Thank you very much. I'm here. Decided to do this a little early today. Because I guess I woke up early. I don't know what happened. Sandy says, oh yes, happy Father's Day. Thank you very much, Sandy. Appreciate it. Abhi says, hello, how are you? Thank you, Abhi. And Nosihle, hope the last pronunciation was good. Nosihle, is that the one? I'm just going to use one so you can say yes or no. Nosihle. Mnig Kibisa. Mnig Kibisa. Nosihle. Okay, I got it. Petit Man says, hello, Mehran. Hello, Petit Man. You've been Petit Man for a long time. You must have grown by now. I should be changing to a big man. Sandy says, you're early today. Yes, I am, Sandy. I went to the gym for the first time after a month and a half or two. Last I went to the gym was before I went to my vacation. Then because of that incident in the ocean, I didn't go to the gym for a while because my back was hurting. I'm not hurting, but just wasn't sure if I should. But once I got all my green lights from doctors and physiotherapists, they all said, you're good, you don't need any therapy or anything, just go. So finally last night I did. I feel it's good. Restarted. But such a big change. When you don't go to the gym for a while, you got to start pretty much all over, like from low weight again, if you're patient. Otherwise you can injure yourself. So, and the strength really was not as how it was before, so I got to work it back. I think it takes me maybe a couple of weeks until I get back to where I was. Abhi says, oh, the protocol. Yes, Abhi. Guys, everyone, where the heck is the protocol? Maybe I should put it on. Let's see. I would put it on as a notation. What about it? How about it? Let's see if I can find it now. All right. Down here. Very good. Excellent. Can't find it. Oh my goodness. All right. We'll just switch to here. Interesting. All right. On my Mac. Something has gone screwy here. It's all. Whatever I have on my phone, which is an iPhone, and whatever I have on my computer, it's all together. Whichever I choose, it gives me all that information, which I don't want. I don't need that. Okay, anyhow, you guys know the protocol. I don't have it to write it here. So, let me know your gender, male, female, or whatever how you signify your gender, and your age, and where you're tuning in from. Please, everyone, if you will. Abhi says 23, male, India. Says you're looking young without gymming. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And what do you guys think about my new mic? I tried it last night. This is a courtesy of my son. He gave me, as I guess we say, a kick-ass mic. This mic is quite of a mic. It's got its own monitoring thingy here. It's flashing to me, showing me it's like a mixer, and then the actual microphone is top of the class. And so now we have also a little screener in front of the microphone that kind of takes away little pops and extra statics. So I hope that the quality is better than before. Let me close this door so you can see maybe the quality is now more clear because there's no. And then I have all kind of choices of maybe just the background be dropped and only focus on one directional voice, and then behind it there's a bunch of other buttons which I don't know what they're for at the moment. But I tried it last night and everything seems to be hunky-dory, so I hope that you guys are enjoying it. And so let's see what we have here. Petite Man says, what happened to you on the ocean, Mehran? Well, I just had a 400-meter swim that day. Nice time in the sun. It was just very pleasant. Myself, all by myself. And then at the end of the day, about 4 or 5 o'clock, I said, it's time to go back to the hotel. But you know how it is. You've got sand all over you if you're sun tanning or something. So I decided to go back in the ocean to kind of wash away the extras, the sand stuff. And so you're dry by that time and in the sun, and the ocean is now seems cold. So you're tiptoeing in, and then at one point I said, oh, come on, stop being a sissy, just jump in. So I'm just walking into the ocean. It's a slope, and there's a wave coming. I thought it's thick enough, so I dove into it. But as soon as I dove into it, soon enough, boom, hit my head right to the bottom of the ocean. So I think it wasn't deep enough. So luckily I didn't go head on, and it wasn't like a long distance jump, or it was just right there in front of me. But instead of going out, I just wanted to dive in, and I thought it's thick enough. So I went a little bit, I guess, too far inwardly for that kind of a wave or depth, and then hit my head. So my whole back muscles came to rescue, I guess. They all tightened up like God knows what. And I said, oh my God, what did I do? Did I get paralyzed now? What did I do? What did I do to my spine? So I checked it out while in the ocean and then swam a little bit and says, everything is working fine. I'm just sore. So the next day I did another 200-meter and enjoyed the water, and I was just sore, but everything was okay. The day after, I had lots of water sports and fall in the water all the time, and it was all good, but just sore. And came home, you know, putting my backpack on and all that. I could do them all, but it was not as comfortable as always was. Anyhow, cut the long story short, eventually after a week or two, I went to the doctor just to check because it was sore. And he checked, he says, your spine is good, just you're sore, I give you a massage. So I went to the massage, which is, she's been busy, the massage therapist, so I think it'll be in a few days. I haven't gone yet, but I've checked with physiotherapists, and she also said, you're good, there's nothing wrong, we're here. So finally went to the gym last night, started the training again, which was a delight to see myself back in that environment and do my things. But I had to do everything as light as I could, very light, just to begin with. So my back is still tight, but it's coming along fine. Thank you for asking. Maybe you just say, oh, I wish I didn't ask because it's such a long story. And Lord Simon says, hi Mehran, male, 23 years old, Italy. Ah, come stai? Buongiorno. In fact, for me, buongiorno, for you, buonasera, I think. So Sandy says, I'm so much stronger and a little wiser and certainly happier, and it is all due to you. Thank you, Mehran. Oh, Sandy, you make my day. Thank you very much for sharing that. I'm delighted to hear that. Honestly, I'm very happy to see many of you having made life-changing effects, or having had life-changing effects on your, what am I saying? Having had good experiences with this channel and feeling better about yourselves and how to negotiate your daily life. And I'm thankful for all of you to be here, allowing me to share some opinions with you, and together explore things and continue our journey. And if I've had a little bit of a role in how you feel better these days, well, that makes it all worthwhile. Now, let's focus on the main thing. What is the main thing? Bring more subscribers to the channel. Otherwise, we're gonna die. I'm not you guys. I will. Okay, now, Larry Buglishvili, where have you been? Says, hi Mehran, how are you? 23, male, Georgia. Not US, lol. Yes, I know, Larry, Georgia, the neighboring country to Russia, Iran, Azerbaijan. I believe that's where you are. And it says, do you have Patreon account? A lot of YouTubers try. Actually, yes, I do Patreon. I have a Patreon account, but nobody cares. I don't have any, I've never received any support through anybody, a Patreon account or anything. I've got all of them. It's right here on the description of this, right here. If you scroll up where it says the title of the live talks, then below it says a friendly discussion, You go below it, it says Mehran, Dadbeh, and the name of the live talk. Then official site for books is there, YouTube link is there, Facebook link is there. To support the channel, that's my Patreon there. And also the Callmart URL, when someone wants to reach me right away, and they can go on an app called Callmart, and they find Mind That Seeks Truth, and if it's green, that means I'm available. That means I'm not in a meeting or don't have an appointment, or whatever it is I've chosen to say, wherever I am, in park, whatever, it just says available. Then you can click on and you'll talk to me for $1 a minute. That's for fast calls, like people who can't wait to make an appointment on Skype with me, because Skype is a better deal. But anyhow, it's for short calls, like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. So it's all there. And you guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you haven't shared any videos, please do share. And do follow me on Instagram, if you will. Instagram, I'm becoming more active on it. Every other day or every few days or sometimes every day, I have short videos designed to be quick messages, but helpful messages. And the company that is helping me to populate that has done a great job in the whole sequence of it. And they use my sayings, and we have inspirational quotes on that. So I hope that you will follow me on Instagram. Mind Seeks, and I put the code, the link up there as well. So let's go to Lord Simon says, recently I'm dating a girl. I already kissed her at the first date, but I don't feeling anything for her. But she felt in love with me. Okay. Sometimes when someone is so honest and wears her heart on her sleeve and shows you the affection a little bit too quickly, you get a big head and you think, oh well, maybe she's not good enough. Why? Because she's paying attention to me. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, because you think, well, why is she paying so much attention? Why is she so available? Because we're accustomed to value things that are not available. So don't let that trick you into thinking that she's not the right choice. Maybe she is. Look at her for who she is, how she treats you, how she lives, what her manners, behavior, mentality is. Not because she's available, therefore, oh well, I have this one, so let's because we're all conditioned since childhood to want to be more, and we've been conditioned to think to be more means to have more stuff. And one of the stuff that we want to have more is the attention of the people. So suddenly, if someone comes available to you and she pays attention to you, you kind of consider, instead of appreciating it and trying to explore it, provided that it meets your standards, at least to some degree, you tend to think, well, I've got this, so let's have more, so I can be more. So I've got this one. Let's go for another girl. Especially with us guys, heterosexual guys who are programmed in their genes for procreation and to love women, to seek women, to want to get to know them and everything else. It's like you feel the more girls you know, the better, the more man you are, type of thing, which is not true, but that's the kind of conditionings that you have received through the society you've been raised in, that and you feel the way you feel, like it's one is not enough, because how we're programmed, it was never meant to be so legally controlled. A caveman was a man, and then women, and it was not about one woman or loyalty to one and all that. It was all instinctive. And that feeling of, okay, I'm programmed for procreation, so I see woman, I want. That's how it was in the caveman time. There was no customs and regulations and laws and understanding of why and so on and so forth. So it was all instinctive. And part of all that gene and understanding is still in us. Now we have learned to be, so to speak, civilized and curtail all those extra, um, you know, interests to have more women than one, and we've learned to make a family and be loyal to one and one relationship at a time, and so on and so forth. So you're now facing with your caveman gene that kind of promotes you to, okay, you have this one, go another one, and the civility and what really works and what really makes you happy, to be loyal to one woman, to have a relationship with one woman. And those are different stages of exploration and advancement in a relationship, to build something rather than just jump from one branch to another. Okay, this date, and that girl, and then intimacy with that, and kissing this one. So no matter how many of these experiences you have, it will never be enough, because we are programmed to continue that. So if it's never going to be enough, why don't you then up the scale, up the quality of the relationship, rather than focusing on quantity of relationship? Try to get to know her, and then understand that women has so many different levels of exploration and interest, which is all in each other's consciousness. Try to learn about each other's consciousnesses, fears, desire, habits, things that makes you happy and makes her happy. Explore these, and you will see there's enough projects and interests that can be created there with one woman than you could find with just jumping from this to that one and to that one and to that one, and get little bits of this and that, and mostly our intimacy and not any other deeper level. And those deeper levels are what really relationship is all about. The rest of it is instinctive physical intimacy that, as a heterosexual male, you're programmed to seek that in women, but it's not having any depth in relationship, or to get to know that human being, that mind, that consciousness, to explore and build and advance yourselves together and grow. None of that will happen. So if she's paying attention to you, well, respect it. Get to know her. You may be surprised that, wow, she's such a wonderful girl. What a wonderful human being. Instead of just looking at her physically and limiting your interest to that physical a portion of her existence, try to go in and get to know her and let her get to know you. That's where the relationships take place or doesn't. What if you go and find another girl 100 times, maybe let's say, or 5 times more beautiful, but there is no connection in consciousness? Still gonna break up. Doesn't matter how beautiful she is, because you don't make a relationship with the aesthetics and the look of a girl. The relationship is always between the two consciousnesses. So you got to make an effort to get to know each other on that level. Otherwise, that physical intimacy, it won't last long, because it needs something else to keep it interesting. By itself, the physical intimacy will always be a short-lived relationship. Anyhow, having said that, hope that is something for you to ponder on. Simon. Sandy says you avoided the sharks in Maui, which is good. Actually, when I left, a day after I left, someone got killed by a shark attack in the same beach that I was, but 200 meters into the ocean. I wasn't more than 50 meters far from the shore. But this was like, unfortunately, the man died. Same age as I was. So, anyhow, yeah. Larry says, well, and now it's just a fun memory. Happy that everything ended well. Well, yes. Yes, but it was kind of concerning. And still feel it in my muscles in the back. So I'm gonna squeeze the muscles and get training back, and hopefully it'll be all good. And Petit Man says, thankfully it wasn't that bad. Yeah, thank God. Yeah. Says, please be careful next time. We need your wisdom. Keep us going on. Thank you. Yes, of course, of course. And I do need myself too, you know. Alejandro says, hi Mehran, did some experience like a relationship made drastic changes in your life when you were young? Drastic changes? No. It's like anybody else's experience. You're in college, you are having a relationship, or you have interest in some girl and she doesn't have an interest, or she doesn't even know you exist. And but it was never devastating because I wasn't thinking about the end of life would be when a breakup happens. I would just go through the pain of it, but there was no further thinking about it. It was just about how bad it feels. And I have explained, some of my experiences about breakup. It's just a period where you feel so disappointed, sad, somewhat helpless, and you wonder. I never thought when it is gonna go away, when it will be this and that. I just went on with my life. I mean, I guess that's how I was. I just went on with my life, feeling the pain and all that, whatever else comes with it, but knew that I have to go on with my whatever it is that I have to do. And one of them, I was in the military at the time, and that wasn't easy. I told you guys the story of it. So no, nothing life-changing, drastic changes in my life. No, none of them. I never allowed any such experiences in a relationship breakup to affect my life in such a way that was detrimental or so harmful. No. Never did I ever seek any comfort or any help, let's say, from doing crazy things like drinking, getting drunk because of a breakup, or using any substance, or doing some nut stuff, or hitting the, I don't know, strip bars or anything. None of that. Just felt sad and pondered and figured out, how can I, fix this feeling? Where is the remedy in it? What should I be doing? But at all times I knew I gotta do what needs to be done. If I'm in the army, if I have duties and responsibilities, it was tough and hard. It was like, I don't know, you become like a dried sponge in the sun. There's nothing left, nothing fresh left. There's always, if it feels like something's gone wrong. Something is not right. That's a bad feeling. But when you deal with it and accept it and recognize it's just a relationship, as hard as it is at that time, but you still gotta continue doing your stuff. That motion, being in motion, because unless something is in motion, it hardly comes to be fresh. Look at water. Water, as long as it's moving, it has a better chance to be fresh. But when it's stale and sitting somewhere, it begins to rot, stink, because it's the body of water that is not having exchange or, conflux, interchange with bigger body of water. And if you look at it that way, we're all made out of energy, which is a flow of energy in the nature, in the universe. Same as water, if that energy is not having conflux, interchange, with the actual, the mother of flow of the energy, the big flow of the big body of the energy in the universe, just like that water in the pond starts stinking, becomes cooped up energy, becomes a weak energy, and that's when you become susceptible to more depression and maybe catch a cold and feel not so, your immune system is affected and all that. For that not to happen, you gotta have conflux and interchange with that energy of the nature, energy of the universe. How can that be done? If there is a movement, just like the water. You gotta have flow, you gotta have movement. What is that movement? An exchange of energy in life. What is that exchange of energy? I mean, attending to what it is that needs to be attended. If you're studying, do your studies. It's movement. Your mind is moving. It's not about movement of the body, it's movement of mind adapting and attending to its duties and function as it needs to ponder and figure out and attend to things that it needs to be attended to. That movement, studies, work, attending to your, I don't know, children if you have children at the time that the breakup happens, attending to your whatever it is that you got to do. You got to clean your home, clean it. These are physical things that also helps, not just mental. Both mind and body should be in movement in order to recover faster and keep staying fresh energy in you in order to motivate more movement and advancement rather than becoming stale and like the body of the water sitting in a pond and becomes stinking, and then the whole life becomes worse and worse and worse. But if you give it the flow by doing your things, cooking your food, cleaning your home, buying the ingredients that you need for your food, attending to your studies, attending to your job, focusing on things that you need to accomplish, all those movements, before you know it, it'll be so much movement that it creates so much hope and advancement, and you see accomplishments, and all that brings you that push, as acts as a catapult to pull you out of that depression and the feeling of, oh, it's the end of the world, I'm so depressed, she's not with me and all that. You get over it. Movement will get you over it. Like almost anything else in life, there has to be conflux and interchange with the rest of the ocean, with the rest of the energy of nature. You're part of that. You got to have conflux constantly. So by constantly worrying about, oh, it's in the world, when I'll never have another girl, or what should I do, well, that makes it worse and doesn't help at all. So I hope that was something to focus on. Oh my goodness, we got some super chat, guys. Hallelujah. It's like an anomaly. I haven't seen that. What is that? So Abhi now gets priority. Abhi says, I'm following you for 2 years now. I must say the efforts made by you had brought me to this stage of my life where I don't care of my ex. Thank you. I hope that I remain the same as I am now. You will remain the same and better if you always use the experience that you have now. Meaning, remember how bad you felt and now see that how bad it was is no longer. Meaning, when you feel so bad, you can also remember that this will pass. It is not where you're going to end up being. It's a momentary experience of life with its feelings and emotions. That's how bad you felt, but also focus that it did go away. The fact that it did go away means any time that you go through a breakup, it will always go away. May not seem like if it's going because you're in it, but it will, because it did, and you know that it did. So therefore, you can always remember this, which will help you always be as hopeful, capable, to be in the mindset that you are now. Remember, the reason you're in this mindset because you feel good, but you didn't feel good before. So always remember, even though you don't feel good at times in your life, you will, just like you did now. That would be perhaps something that is going to help you forever. Knowing that experience, knowing this fact. And thank you for the super chat. Very generous of you, Api. Thank you. And we have another one. My goodness, are you setting a trend? And that is for Alejandro. And this says, thank you, sir. You are the friend I never had. Everything you say makes complete sense. Well, I'm delighted that it's helpful to you, and happy to be here, to have a hand in your growth, you guys, in your lives. Now, Sandy says, you have made a huge role, and I'm so thankful to you. Oh, you're quite welcome, Sandy. My pleasure. Delighted that you feel that way. And she says, bye for now. Okay. Well, it is, what is it, 9:36 in the morning here, so there's 9 hours between here and UK. What is it then? 6 o'clock, 6:36. I guess it's dinner time there. People are busy. So we have 12 of us here, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Like the talk if you do like it. And let me go to the next call that we have here. Chanchal Bahatnagar. Chanchal Bahatnagar. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It says, hi, male 25 from India. It's M25F from India. I wonder if that, which one is right, the M or the F? I think the M comes first, I guess, because it's before the number. So I take it you're male, 25 years old from India. And Chanchal says, sir, 1 year pass of breakup. Still I feel the pain. What should I do trying to make my career, but my fail to achieve anything felt like where are these M's here? There are too many M's. I don't know if they mean something or they just happen to be typed in by mistake. I felt like my loser myself. I don't understand all of it because I think the grammar of it puts me a little bit, confuses me. However, I think the main question is 1 year has passed and I still feel pain. What should I do trying to make my career? All right, answer me this. If you have your girlfriend, but you don't have a career, do you think you'll have fun in life? You got a girlfriend, you got no money, no job, and you expect her to stay with you? Meh. I know we all like to think that it's all equal and girls want to do their own careers. It's all great if they do. But not all girls want to continuously work. Many girls expect the guy to work and they will eventually attend to helping the family by raising the children or whatever else they might be interested to do, but not necessarily think that they should be the breadwinner. Many women do. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about certain percentage, which that percentage still is high. So, do you think in that situation where you don't have a job because you lost your career, let's just don't talk about your situation right now. Let's talk about a hypothetical situation. You have your girlfriend, but you have no job. Let's say somehow it didn't work out, or for one reason or another, you don't have a job. So, do you think it's going to be a fun life? Can you go places with her? I don't know, treat her to dinner, take her on vacation, buy her nice clothes, buy yourself nice clothes, enjoy your life. Can you do that? No. Do you think she will stay with you after a while if she expects her man to be more responsible for the, bringing the bread home? What do you think? You answer me. Knowing the expectation of most women, don't you think that could have something to do with her actually leaving you, even though if she didn't want to leave before, but now, long time passed, no money, no job, in whatever, and But now turn it around the other way. You don't have a girlfriend, you have a good job, your career, and you have money to pay your rent, have good food, go on vacation. Don't you think you have a good chance to also finding a girlfriend now too? That you have a job, you have some money, you have organized your life. So now, let's go back to your situation. That's where you are now. You can make a decision. Which one do I want? I don't have the girlfriend, she broke up with me. Now I'm gonna fuck up my job too, let it die, because I wanna sit and dream about the girl who didn't wanna be with me and think of her that she's the right girl. The girl who doesn't wanna be with me is the right girl. That's how you're gonna come up with an idea? The girl who's left you for one reason or another, I don't care why, I don't care whose fault it was, the girl who has chosen not to be with you, to break up with you, you think she's the right girl, therefore you should sit down and sob and lose your job. The girl is gone, and if the girl hadn't been gone and you lost your job, she would have left too eventually. There's a good chance. Yeah, not everyone will do that, but there's a good chance. But now, she's not with you, and then you allow this to affect your job, which brings the food to your mouth, and you think sitting and sobbing about your girlfriend is more important than food in your mouth, and you let the job also be lost, and then by having lost your job, you think now you have a better chance for the same girl come back, or another girl perhaps you find, now that you don't even have a job? So tell me, which one is more important for you? The job or the girlfriend? If you really think it through, you come to the conclusion that the girlfriend has already left. She decided she doesn't want to be with me. Now, am I going to make my life better or worse? I have a choice here. Either I protect my job and make sure I'm better at my job than ever before, and pay attention and understand that my job is my life, not the girlfriend who left me. My job is my life, and my job is the vehicle to get me to the next girlfriend. So, what do you think you should be doing? Sit and cry for the one who didn't want to be with you and lose the chance of having any other girlfriend by losing your job? Or focusing on your job and making sure you become damn good at it and excel and make a good lifestyle and be happy and be productive and be, accomplishing your tasks, and then be in a position where you can actually have good chances for the girls who really want to be around you because you're successful, you're responsible, you can think well, and not allow a broken up relationship to also mess up your job, which is the one that brings food into your mouth. And the chances for having other girlfriends. Which one is more important? You make a decision and you act on it. All right, let's see. Alejandro says, I just think you're amazing. You're an amazing person. People like myself look up to you and wonder. Thank you for answering. Well, my pleasure. I don't know what I said. I don't remember it, but I'll listen to it again. And Petit Man says, the M just means I am. Ah, okay. Good. I'll look at it. Larry Buglashvili says, well, M usually stands for I am. Ah, okay, then 2 votes. That's what it is then. It's common during casual chatting in India, speaking from 4 years of experience in international team. Ah, okay. So let me read that again. It says, hi. Oh, M then she's a female. See, that made a difference. It says, hi, I'm 25 female, 25F from India. Sir, a year past. Okay, well, the same thing, just reverse it. It's so important for me to know who's male, who's female. Otherwise, I will cater the answer to that. So, everything I sell, you turn it around. In other words, what do you think is more attractive to a man? A woman who's beautiful, or a woman who's beautiful, and which all women are beautiful anyhow, regardless, or a woman who also has a good career, that she shows she's capable of responsibilities, holding a job, helping the family, not just by being there, but also bringing money. And the fact that you're a woman, if you are, if I'm confused here, I hope that it is the right one. You must remember, you don't want to be under the thumb of a man just because you're getting married. You must have your own career. You must have your own money. You must be able to bring food to your mouth on your own. Then you won't be pushed around with a man who is not being decent or not being fair, not being respectful or balanced, and tries to control you by money. You must not lose your career. You must not let your career go just because your boyfriend left you. It doesn't matter. Remember, heterosexual male are programmed to look for women. So there will be a number of other men eventually going to run into you and want to pursue you. But that's going to happen. That's a given. But when you have a job and have money, they will even respect you more because you seem to be powerful. Men respect powerful women. Not powerful in being arrogant or physically big. A woman, powerful woman, is a woman who's responsible, educated, has a career, can run her own life, and these are signs of power and independence. And men like that. And a woman who is like that and also responsible and attentive to her family or her boyfriend or her husband, she's an angel. She's a catch. So turn yourself into a catch by taking care of yourself. Don't let your job to go to waste. Do not allow your job to not be the center of your attention. That's where the money is for you. That's the independence of you. That's being self-sufficient and not to, have your hand out towards any man, boyfriend or husband, just so that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. So build your life around your own intelligence, your own activities, your own career. Do not allow the career to suffer just because he's left. It doesn't matter. There will be other guys. But what's important is the job should not be left alone, should not lose sight of the importance of it, and keep that job, advance in it, and make yourself successful in whatever it is that you're doing. That's your independence, And that's another attraction on top of all other attractions that you have, physically, mentally, also having a job. It's power for you, an attraction for the guys who are looking for a decent, capable, responsible, and powerful woman. Now, I think that's should tell it all. Now, you have Xenon says, Mehran, why do you think exes come back? I was going to say, where's the protocol? And here it is, 40 Hong Kong male in 3 different sentences. All right, so Sino, male, 4D male from Hong Kong, says, Mehran, why do you think exes come back and try and establish contact? Exes come back because they left not on a real reason. They thought they can do better, because not all women are really thinking things through and being balanced in their judgments. And so not all men are thinking things through or balanced in their judgments. So it's all equal. But I'm talking about women right now. So it's not like I'm trying to say something derogatory about them. No, it's about the facts. It's the same, but we're talking about women right now. So they left on certain kind of reasons that it was not really valid in their own mind. They just wanted to see what else is out there, if they can get some better deal. Because unfortunately, not every woman thinks of herself so highly to rely on building a life with one person and choosing well and being responsible and being fair and balanced. Many women, even today, they try to see if there's a better deal out there. If there's a guy who doesn't expect from them much, not much responsibility, and they're out there for fun and just loose kind of life, meaning no plans, not much responsibilities, not much expectations from discipline or manners or proper lifestyle. So that would be easy. So maybe they feel like I should try it, see if there's a better deal out there. Maybe I can find one of those guys, she thinks. So they leave, want to find a higher bidder. And they go and they find disrespect out there. They see that other guys just trying to get into their pants. And what they thought that is looking for a better deal is actually laced with disrespect and lack of security, and they get more mature when they leave and they see all these things, and they decide that that's not the life that they want. It doesn't have the class, security, decency, and they come to their senses in a way because they also feel they didn't find a better deal. If they find a better deal, they won't come back. But sometimes they go out and they think it through and they get mature and they say, why did I leave that guy? He was such a good person. And what I'm looking for is not a better deal. I'm looking for a nice person that I can trust, that I can feel safe, that I can build something, that we can have harmony. And then it dawns on them, maybe I made a mistake. That was not a good thing I did. Because I was sold the idea that I should look for a better deal, because that makes me feel I'm more valuable, to see who's coming up with more offerings and who's got more stuff that I can enjoy. But now I realize that's not what I want. I want a decent person. I want communication, balance, attention, respect, And I had all that with, you know, she says she had all that with her boyfriend that she left. That's when they want to come back. So, one is that they mature, they see that what they're looking for is not really what they really want. They're sold on that by the society, but not really jives with them and with their expectations. Or they go out there and see they don't find a better deal. If they haven't matured but they still don't find a better deal, they come back. Those ones you shouldn't take back, because they will again try again, because they're still looking for better deal. But the ones who have matured and figured out, no, they value a lot more than looking for a better deal. They're higher class than that. They have matured and understand that's a bullshit that they've been sold on by the society to use women, to turn the woman into commodity. They become aware of that. When they become aware of that and they compare what they did to the quality that you have, they want to come back to that quality because they feel they're more respected with you, and it suits them better to be with a respectable man who respects them, loves them, and is decent with them, than looking for the garbage that the society has sold them, which is find a better deal. Then they will come back. But of course, there are other reasons that one may never know. Because there was a movie, a funny movie, and this is not to be picking on women or disrespecting them. This is just to have fun, all of us together here. It was a movie by Tim Allen called Jungle to Jungle. And at one point of it, he travels to see his ex-wife in Africa, where she is doing some, as a physician, doing some work for the community. And he has to go there in order to get her sign divorce documents, finally, after many years of separation, so he can marry his new sweetheart. So he goes and lands in that country, and the wife's lawyer, which is a local lawyer, shows up. And Tim Allen says, "So where's my wife?" He says, "Well, she's not here." And he says, "But I don't have time. I got to go back to my job. I want these documents to sign." So the lawyer, local lawyer, says, "Well, he who knows what the woman wants knows everything. But even God doesn't know that." So I think it's just something funny. But that doesn't mean that is representation of all women. It was just in that movie. So take it with with a smile. So George says, "Good morning, sir." Good morning, George. George says, "George, male 27, Canada. I'm the medical," yes, I know, George. "I'm the medical students that you helped out before that is studying in the States." Yes, I remember. And your girlfriend didn't want to come with you, but you thought you guys will have another go at it, something like that, I remember. And he says, "I recently told you I reconnected with my ex." Yes, correct. "Since getting back together, she went on a trip, and during that trip, she kissed another guy." Ah. "This crushed me, but I realized I deserve someone who wants me and will treat me right. Thank you for your guidance. I'm just struggling with the fact that I let this happen to me." No, you didn't let this happen to you. What do you mean you let this happen to you? She kissed another guy when she was still with you. Obviously, she doesn't have enough understanding what relationship is all about. If you guys had talked about it and said, "Okay, we're gonna go on a vacation separately, and we might have some meeting and whatever," at least it's understood. But if there was no such agreement or discussion, then once a relationship becomes serious, then both should refrain from that kind of a extra interest, you know, outside of the relationship. I know when people get to know each other, they may still have some other acquaintances here and there, but eventually they get serious. And once they got serious and they introduce that to each other about their intentions being more than just a casual relationship, then that's the time they should refrain from other possibilities out there, let's say. And she was in a relationship with you, then she hummed and hooed, and so be it. You guys decided to separate. You went to your medical school, and then you guys reconnected, and you guys got back together. And then she goes on a vacation and she does that. Well, obviously, she doesn't have her head screwed on right. So this is where you make a decision. And he says, the fact that I let this happen, anyhow, you didn't let it happen. She decided to do that. What do you mean? You can't be chaining a woman and pulling her along with you to observe her every move she makes just to be sure that she won't do something this way or that way. No. It's up to her to decide what kind of life she wants. How is she going to conduct herself out there? Is she going to be a person with class and serious intentions to a relationship, however that lasts? Or if she just doesn't even know about herself and she thinks she's just a physical body, so the more she gets attention, the better she feels. That's the kind of girl you don't want to be around. Because who would not like attention? But if you welcome it and entertain it, that's a problem. That means you're not sure about what you're having or what you want to build. And you're going to be a toy in the hands of people. When you're in a relationship, you should be in a relationship. When you don't want to be in a relationship, then okay, do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. So she was in a relationship and she did this. Obviously, she thinks she can have you no matter what. That's the feeling that it's not gonna work, to your advantage. So I wonder what your decision would be. And he says, in fact is that I let this happen to me. Says, after I let go of her kissing other guys while we were apart, she did this. I don't understand. I'm confused. Was she in a relationship when she did that? Or were you guys not in a relationship? Because what I read here is said that you reconnected with your ex. Since getting back together, so you got back together, she went on a trip. During this trip, she kissed another guy. Well, that's not good. The fact that I left, and then you say, I'm just struggling with the fact that I let this happen. What do you mean? Just because you guys, I don't understand. How is your fault? After I let go of her kissing other guys while we were apart, she did this. No, it's not just, I don't understand. I'm confused. Were you back together when she did this or not? Because, all right. I feel it's difficult to trust. Can you help me on how to open up again? No, you don't open up with her. But not everybody else is the same as her. They're different people. Look, have a simple rule. Don't expect absolute and a certain assurances from any girl. Have a policy that if, no matter who, this girl or that girl or the next girlfriend or the next girl, Your policy would be, if the girlfriend that you're in a relationship with does something like this or like that or like that or whatever it is that you feel it's the rule, I will not want to be with her. So you don't then expect them to do the right thing. You're ready. If they don't meet your expectations, you will do this, which means you will leave the relationship. So you can set this together as a rule or personally, so you don't have to hope that, oh, the next girlfriend would be decent or loyal or committed. Okay, yes, but if she wasn't, it's not the end of the world. You have to have a policy that if she wasn't, this is what I'll do. And what I'll do would be, I wouldn't want to be with her anymore. That's it. Instead of saying, can you help me to trust again? Trust again what? There's the next girl. Next girl hasn't done anything wrong. You can trust them right from the beginning until it's proven otherwise. So, and then he says, also, if it was not clear in my message, I left her because I know I deserve true love and someone who gives me the attention I deserve and deserves my attention. Yes. Thank you, sir. It took me a while. Yeah. If she doesn't give you the attention, she doesn't deserve your attention. Simple. It took me a while, he says, to get here, but with your help, I'm more confident in what I want and deserve out of love and life. Yes, because you were just a student, you didn't think much of yourself, and you thought your value comes from a girlfriend, and then that's why the girlfriend becomes so important, more important than she really is, because you're mixing up the pleasure that she brings you with the fact that the pleasure will give you value. That's not true. Having pleasure doesn't give you value, it just gives you a momentary fun. That's right. But if there is no real standards to be met, that's the problem. That's where you get your worth and value, by having a certain principles that you will adhere to and you will hold high. That's where your value is. Not if she pays attention to you, not if she stays with you, not if she is your girlfriend. No. Your value is within your principles. If you hold your principles up, and decent principles, not stupid principles of all kinds, I don't know, some of them religious, some of them this kind, that kind, haphazard stuff. No. A decent, reasonable principles. That if you're decent with some girl, you don't abuse her, you're nice to her, and she doesn't behave and reciprocates in the same way, well, then you should walk away. That's your principle. That's where your value comes from. But if you sit there and let her shit on your head just because, well, you can get sex and just you will feel good about yourself, because you need a woman to make you feel good about yourself rather than you feeling good about yourself on your own, by yourself, through your commitments and through your accomplishments in life and how you, contribute to the well-being of the world and the communities you live in. I forgot how I started the sentence. I don't know how to end it now. So you know how it ends. I lost the train of that. Too long a sentence. So in that way, then your worth and value is in your own command and within your own reach, not dependent on somebody else's, charity or the amount of pleasure you receive. Then you'll be fine. So yeah, if she has done that and obviously she thinks she's, right now you're getting your studies done and soon you'll become, you'll graduate and you'll have a different life and you'll find yourself more responsible about your life and your job and the things, the role you have in this life. Then you'll expect a little bit more. Then you won't be so easily settling with some girl who's hanging around here and there. Why? Why should you accept a girl who's hanging around here and there? Why? Why would she need to do these sort of things? Okay, she needs it, fine. We don't care about that. But why would you need to be with a girl who needs to do these things when she's in a relationship with you? That's the problem. And that's a question you should ask yourself and answer it. And George says, yep, I know you would say that, sir. I knew you would say that. Thank you. I have got to that point. You really have helped shape me. Thank you. You're quite welcome. So, I hope that you will get your certificate whenever it's time. I don't know, it's a few years left, but focus on that. That's where your commitment should be, not to this girl. You focus on your studies, finish that damn thing, get your career going, and there will be times when you will be in a position to focus on what girl suits you or not. And you won't be in such a desperate mode that I gotta have a girlfriend to feel good about myself. No, you don't. Focus on your job and get that project done, and then there will be girls. Especially when you have, made something out of yourself, you have enough confidence, and the girls will like you even more. And George says, haha, but it was a great sentence. No need for an yeah, okay. All right. So that turned out to be a one-on-one consultation period. George, once you get your job, you're gonna make some contribution to the channel, wouldn't you? Because this was no live talk. This was a private counseling. Okay, now let's go to the ones that I neglected here. Wayne says, male, 46, Irish, Mehran, your teaching reminds me of the lines from that famous poem, I'm the master of my faith, I'm the captain of my soul. Well, thank you very much, Wayne. That's a compliment. I appreciate that very much. I'm delighted that you're enjoying the live talk. So on that note, guys, 13 of us here. I better see 13 likes here, if you will. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram. The link is up there, way up there on the beginning of the chats. My Instagram is called Mind Seeks, and I have past few days I've been having daily short videos of 59 seconds, and they're interesting. I think you will enjoy it. And there also been inspirational quotes that have been sent out through my Instagram since about a month ago. So I would ask you to join me and share the Instagram. I don't know if it can be shared. I guess it can be, to other contacts that you have. Let us grow our community and then bring those Instagram population here to my YouTube channel. If I'm gonna wait for YouTube to recognize me, it'll be maybe it'll be 100 years from now. So now I'm trying to populate my Instagram and then invite them to YouTube, and that's how we try to populate my subscribers here on this channel. Hopefully we'll have enough to help with the promotions, advertising, finances, and so the projects that we want to attend to. Now we go to Carlos Delgado. Says, thank you for all your videos. Broke up 2 months ago. We were together for 8 years. Seems she lost interest. Attraction died down. I finally accepted it, respected her decision, and let it go. Good job. And Carla says she's reached out 2-3 times saying she misses me and dreams about me. I replied or answer calls, but keep it simple and positive. I say, yeah, it's difficult. I miss you too. All right. Yeah. And Carlos says, I didn't pour out my feelings. Good, but it's been difficult. Don't give in. We are supposed to meet up for coffee one of these days. Yeah, okay. Don't call to make that appointment. Let her call you. And if she calls and she says, I miss you, da da da, I dream about you and all that, say, well, I know it's difficult. You know, breakups are difficult. People go through long relationships and eventually they lose the sight of the reasons that they got together and the things that they liked about each other, and they focus on the things that they don't have in life, and they blame the other one for the things that they don't have in life. And that's where we are now. So you decided to break up with me, probably because you lost the sight how good we could have been or we were, and our life had an order, a steady order. And it seemed to me that for me that was okay, but for you, you wanted uncertainty rather than certainty. So you broke it up and you thought, well, you want more attention. I want more harmony, not more attention. So this is where we are now, and this is normal. This is what happens with people who don't focus on what it is that they want to accomplish in life. Instead, they want a new relationship to have more excitement, which is temporarily, but at least makes them feel like it's something new. But that's where you are. So this is going to be tough for you, and it's going to be tough for me, that's for sure. But I'm sure we'll get through it, and you will find another guy, and I'll find another girl, and we'll go on, and the cycle will continue. And hopefully, eventually, we'll land on someone that will not want to continuously go from branch to branch and will stick it. But you'll be fine, and I'll be fine too. And so, in other words, you're just telling her, there, you'll be fine, keep going. If that doesn't, jogs her mind about thinking about what you just said, then you definitely let her go. If she realizes something and wants to come back, then you simply gotta say, listen, we know each other for so long, things are gonna be pretty much the same. We're gonna be focused on challenges of life, not on trying to please each other and bring novelties to each other's life, because we are now focused on building a life. But you want the focus to be on you. That makes you feel good. But I thought we were a team, and the focus after 8 years should be on life, not just on each other. And of course, we'll focus on each other, but not in the way that we used to at the beginning. And that doesn't mean that we are not right for each other anymore. It just means that we are on a different stage of a relationship, which is in harmony in what life duties and responsibilities are, which we should attend to. But that doesn't mean that you should think, well, okay, then this is now monotonous. This is now just, nothing exciting about it. Well, it's always going to get to this stage, no matter which relationship we will have, with whom. It will eventually get to the stage that more attention and focus should be given to building a life and dealing with the challenges of life, rather than constantly on each other. If that is what you need, that's not going to happen in any relationships. So we have gone through that stage. 8 years in, we are in a place that where we should be, and we should now balance it. Some attention to each other and more attention to building a life, because that's where things can happen, and we can create that security that we're looking for by focusing on challenges of life and preparing for all that, and not just constantly trying to, fluff each other's ego by paying too much attention. Yeah, the attention is there. We love each other, or did love each other, but we can't just constantly prey on that or feed ourselves on that and neglect the responsibilities of real life. That's where we are. So that's what you say. And then if she figures it out, she figures it out. She doesn't, that's the end of it. Now I'm going to upload this so you'll know what I said. Because I don't remember really. Good, Carlos. Okay, so now Carlos says, how to let go of that hope that she will come back. Do not have that hope. You be the decision maker. You say, I don't want that hope. If she's not gonna have her head screwed on right and see what the stages of relationship and what the reality of life is all about, I don't want her. Don't say, oh, I hope she comes back no matter what. No. If she's not going to be a good partner, wise partner, to actually focus on the reality and actuality of a relationship and life and the stages of it, the cycle of it, you don't want her. It's going to be trouble. So this is how you say what I said to you. You can listen to it again when I upload it, and maybe make notes and prepare in your mind how you would say, instead of being expecting or requesting or asking for her to make a decision, you just console her that she'll be fine and let her go on her way. In that way, she will know that you're not really waiting for her to come back. You're wishing her well, supporting her for what she wants to do, and you recognize it's going to be tough for both of you, but you guys can make it and you'll find other partners. That's how she should be thinking. Then she'll start thinking, do I want to let this guy go? And then let her make efforts to come back to you and show that she can be serious and committed. She can't just willy-nilly just every once in a while say, oh, well, you know, this is the same. Well, yeah, it's gonna, every relationship is gonna get the same stage, that things gonna be moving along fine. But the relationship is not there for you to fluff your ego. You're supposed to be active in it. Do something. Anyhow. So Carlos says, thank you so much. You're welcome. And George says, absolutely. George says, thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys, it's 1 hour, 28 minutes. Looks like we hit all the questions, and that's time for me. And Chinu says, hi, Mehran. Hello, Chinu. And this is the time that I should thank you for being with me here and give me some time to share a few points of views with you. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And love you all. And be good to yourself, to the others. And I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on Instagram if you will. The link is up there. And check out the site and see if you want to talk to me on Skype. Make an appointment. Let's do that. Don't forget the what is it? Callmart is an app that where you can talk to me when I'm available just by pushing a button. You can reach my phone and we can talk about your immediate challenges. And of course, don't forget to check my site, mind@seekstruth.com, my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, everything is out there. Now, share the videos you like on your social media, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.